Good morning. It's 7:04 on this Thursday, December 8th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. It's a good day for ducks, maybe. It is pouring down rain this morning. But we welcome you to our program. And, of course, each Thursday at this time, we talk about Bates Ford, 1673 West Main in Lebanon, the dealer to trade for anything it don't eat. And we are happy to have Paul and Ronnie with us this morning. Paul Tubbs, General Manager, good morning.
Good morning.
Ronnie Kelly in sales, good morning.
Good morning.
I got 35 years. When's it going to be 36?
36, January 26.
Next month.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you do on a rainy day like this, Ronnie? You sell a few if you can.
Well, we wait on the construction workers to come in. A lot of time we got to pay attention because a lot of time they'll come in and they're looking at vehicles, and we normally sell a lot of trucks.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing it long enough. You know what to expect even on a rainy day.
Yes, on a rainy day, we watch everybody come in on service and have a talk with them.
All right. Well, Paul, what's on your mind this morning?
Speaking of service vehicles, we've got a nice Chevy work truck that anybody's looking for a good work truck. It's a 250, bigger truck, but it's a nice vehicle. And one thing that surprised me, I was in a meeting yesterday, online meeting, but anyway, Ford's coming out with 0% interest on Edges, and that's something we haven't seen. I always say pre-COVID, but you hadn't seen, with the interest rates high right now, that's something that, hopefully it gets to other vehicle lines as well. But right now we know for sure that Edges are going to get 72 months, 0% interest, and also there's a $3,000 rebate. So that tells you things are kind of changing with the car market.
That good news to you, Ron?
That's good news. Even on the F-150, it's 1.9 for 60 months.
Yeah, okay. And you love that F-150?
Yes.
So, that shows that things are going to kind of get back to hopefully what I call normal, with you getting some rebates on new vehicles, and then you're also getting some interest, 1.9 on F-150, 0 for 60 on the Edge. So, that's things that we hadn't seen in a long time.
Right. And is your supply going to get better, you think?
Our new car inventory is as good as it's been. And there again, I'll use the word pre-COVID, but that's the first time we've got about 35 new vehicles on. We've got some Bronco Sports, something that we got a used one, but we also got a new one. We've got some F-150s. We've got a pretty good, our inventory as far as our new inventory is getting back to what I consider decent shape. And then Mr. Bates, he always makes sure our used inventory, we've got a great selection. We've got a Navigator that we traded for. We've also got another Navigator. We've got probably 10, 12 Lincolns that's coming. We've got some smaller SUVs. We've got Explorers. So we're going to have a really good inventory. We're going to have a great selection coming into the end of the year.
Well, still, I guess, the used car inventory in good shape?
Yes, used car inventory, like Paul was saying, he purchased several of them on yesterday, and we when we look at our used cars, we got a variety of different automobiles. That's a good thing. We not only just have Ford, but we got a good selection of trucks and used automobiles.
Well, I know that you still have the cheapest oil change in town. We try to mention that each week.
Yeah, Miss Manning come in last week and said she listened to us, and I wanted to say hello to her. She comes in and she said, I listened to you on the Coleman Walker show and mentioned the oil change. Now, oil prices I try to keep it as low as I can, but with the price of oil and everything, we try to be. But right now, I think it's running right around $34.95 for up to 5 quarts, and then you got to pay taxes and disposal. But battery, you took advantage of our battery deal the other day.
Thank you very much.
You drive a different brand vehicle, so it was a little bit more expensive. What was it, like $140, $149?
Yeah.
So if you look at the parts houses, generally they're in the 180, 190 range. So there again, the battery that you bought has
about 209?
209 at the parts house, and you got it for 149. So that's proves right there. But the battery that we sell has the 100-month warranty. It's got the 3-year free replacement. So it's a great deal. Tires, we do a ton of tires. We probably mounted 4 or 5 sets of tires yesterday. Ford meter beat anybody's price on tires, and several different brands of tires. Some of them's got a $100 rebate, and a lot of them's got $70 rebates.
Well, all of this at Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. A rainy day, but a good day for somebody that maybe works outside. Ronnie,
Yes.
you hit it right on the nose to start with.
Yes, and we have a lot of service. We've been doing a lot of service this week. Our service department has been filled to the top every day, and then we got a lot of good people we can talk to.
And I was
great.
just thinking, you've got that 10-month, actually less than 10 months now. Well, 11. Well, it's what next November, October.
Well, October 31st is the day we definitely, we'll move in. But I mean,
Okay,
this
nearly a
rain's
year.
not helping my plan any. When my construction, they send me a weekly update when it's got a picture of a rain gauge. When I open it up, I know I'm not in a good situation right now, but we'll make it.
All right. We're talking about the new location of Bates Ford, going to be over on the interstate at Franklin Road.
Yeah, I should be right off Hartman Drive exit, take a right down Franklin Road, and just maybe a half mile down on the right, backs up to the interstate.
And you can look over there and see that the construction is going already.
Yeah, me and Mr. Bates went and checked, and I mean, hopefully, weather clears out and we get to going because we've got to get in there pretty quick.
All right. Well, we'll hopefully do it again next Thursday. Thanks for being with us today. Y'all stay dry if you can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Paul Tubbs, General Manager, Ronnie Kelly in sales at Bates Ford, 1673 West Main in Lebanon, the dealer that'll trade for anything it don't eat. All right, 10 and a half after the hour here on a rainy Thursday, and Lieutenant P.J. Hardy is here this morning to tell us all about the Lebanon Police Department. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Good to see you again.
Good to
and
see you.
Hope things are going well.
Everything's real well.
You got any breaking news for us this morning?
Hey, it's raining outside. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah. You said we'll have a break in the weather. I read this morning we'll have rain through Sunday, so hopefully it won't be too torrential anyway.
Well, it's probably raining harder this morning than I've seen it all week.
Yes.
It's been pretty steady, what I've seen. I don't know what it's done at night, but boy, this morning there's water everywhere.
Yeah, it was a fun ride in from 109 this morning. So had the wipers on high. I haven't had that on for a while.
And I got behind a school bus, and it takes them longer when it's
Sure.
pouring down rain, too.
Sure.
Anyway.
Good times.
Well, it is December, and what's different about December at the police department?
Well, as the Christmas season is here and shopping will ensue, we want to just friendly remind everyone to make sure that they're locking their vehicles, make sure that there's nothing left in plain sight for any would-be thieves to take notice of. And so make sure you lock your vehicles, lock your valuables up so that you don't become a victim.
I don't know. Surely most people realize the danger that's there, the possibility of somebody, especially if they don't lock their door. You're almost asking for somebody to take what's in your car, and a would-be thief is just that's what they love, no doubt, an unlocked car.
Yes, they're absolutely looking for opportunity. So the quickest opportunity for them to take advantage of someone, that's what they're looking for. So not only do you want to lock your cars, but don't put them in your trunk, put them in the back of the vehicle where, again, they can't see it, and if they can't see it, then they can't be tempted. And always lock your cars regardless of whether you have, because it could be 47 cents and change in the glove box, and that's what they're going to go after, or whatever else you may have in the car. So just make sure you always secure your vehicle.
Well, hopefully people will be reminded and will do this and slow down some of it if nothing else. But I guess at this time though of year you are a little bit more on the lookout for this sort of thing. It happens a little bit more frequently, doesn't it?
We are. We have more manpower out through the shopping plazas and we don't have an outlet mall anymore, but all the other shopping areas within the city, we have a little bit more manpower out there so they can watch.
What else is happening? You had a police academy, I believe.
We've had a Citizens Academy that we finished off, yep, and so we'll be, after the first year, trying to gear up for the Spring Academy, which will start the third Thursday in March. But something I wanted to talk about this morning, with the growth of our city, we're just trying to stay above water, right? As far as keeping staffing, and so we've got a lot of positions that are open, and right now we're looking for certified officers. So if you are within the within the sound of my voice and you're a certified officer in another agency and you're looking to make a change, looking for something a little bit different, I offer you to either call us at the Lebanon Police Department, ask for the recruiting division. You'll either get me, Officer Clark, or Captain Willett, and we'll be able to walk through what we have to offer here at the City of Lebanon. And I think they'll be pleasantly surprised at the level of benefits and the level of just overall positive things that we have to offer. And right now, for certified officers, we are offering a $4,000 sign-on bonus. So little enticing there. So if you're looking at possibly making a change, please give us a call and let us tell you all about our program.
Well, let me ask this: do you still do a 12-hour shift?
We do
4-day a week, 12-hour shift.
No, it's a little bit different. It's called a Panama schedule. So it's a 14-day pay period. In the first 7 days, you'll work 5 days. You'll work Monday and Tuesday. You're off Wednesday and Thursday, and you work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you're working 5 out of the 7 days, like a normal person. But then the next week, the next 7-day period, you only work 2 days. You're off the rest. So you get 3-day weekend every other week. And that's an incredible schedule. You know, anybody that's been around law enforcement or factory work, where it's a 24-hour operation, new people kind of get stuck on nights and they have Tuesday, Wednesdays off for, about 10 years before they move up to maybe Thursday, Fridays. And so this is a great opportunity for someone coming right in the door to be able to have every other weekend off, which is better than no weekends. And if you're a smart person, you schedule your vacation on your short week. So you put in for only 2 days of vacation time, or we call it PTO, personal time off. And when you do that, you're actually off 7 days. So it's a great way to kind of take even more time off during the year. When we look at it, if you crunch the numbers between the way the shifts work and your days working, plus we have 13 paid holidays a year, you're right around 145 to 150 days a year working, which on a standard 8-hour shift, you're in the area of 280, I think, 284 days a year working. So that's a big difference right there. You have definitely more time off. A lot of our officers, I wish that law enforcement was a get-rich scheme where we can make a lot of money and go on and retire down by the beach, but that's just not what it is anywhere. But with that flexible schedule, a lot of our officers have secondary employment because they have the time, and so they can, if they need to make additional funds, they can do that, either in a small business or working part-time at some other facility.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned this. What's the best way to contact you, somebody that's interested?
So call our main number, 615-444-2323, and just ask for the recruiting department.
Okay. All right, Lieutenant P.J. Hardy's with us. More coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:17. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford, and they've got a battery installed on most vehicles, $134.95. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Quite a bit going on out here this morning. Dense fog is going to definitely send you out early as it increases with that traffic on 24 up through Laverne, Smyrna right now, leaving Rutherford County, headed towards Nashville. Still struggling out here on 40 westbound at Spence Lane from some earlier accidents. Trying to get in from the airport there into Hermitage Donaldson has been a challenge. 65 southbound, a crash near Trinity Lane also has it running slow. Hey, beautiful up in Gatlinburg this time of the year with all the Christmas lights. If you're up there this holiday season, check out Ripley's Aquarium in downtown Gatlinburg. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing has experienced new leadership and a new atmosphere. Same location in the heart of Lebanon, 731 Castle Heights Court on the Castle Heights campus. Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing is providing 5-star clinical outcomes to short-term and long-term care residents. Call 615-444-4319 for a tour and to experience the new culture. Renewal happens here at Lebanon Center for Rehabilitation and Healing.
There's a reason why more home buyers and sellers trust A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction to get the job done. A.G. & Johnson offers what you want: more knowledge, more personal attention, more convenience. When you love what you do, it shows. That's why we have been voted the best of Wilson County by you, our clients. Discover the A.G. & Johnson difference. We are trusted by your neighbors for a reason. Call 615-444-0909 or visit us online today, agandjohnson.com, your community trusted realty and auction company.
What is your passion? How can you use that passion to enrich your community? Hi, this is Melanie Minter, President and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. Your chamber is the resource for making connections to fulfill your passion. Whether education, nonprofit, agriculture, entertainment, or government relations, Wilson County offers a place for you to be involved. Your chamber connects businesses, individuals, and your passion to the community. We have an enthusiasm for excellence. Join us and catch the spirit. Call or visit our office at 149 Public Square in Lebanon.
Watered it.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us, and our thanks to Lieutenant P.J. Hardy. I don't know how many years you've been doing this, but you've been coming out to business once a month for quite some time.
It's been a few. I've been here since 2001. So yeah.
20, maybe 21 years, close to it.
Close to it. So,
well, we were just talking about. I asked you, is the square going to flood? And you said, well, it. And you gave a good answer here. If it is just steady rain, most likely not. And you can have a downpour for a short time, and it'll dissipate. But it's when it keeps on and doesn't let up for maybe 3 or 4 hours, then you got problems.
Then you got a problem, yeah. So as you mentioned too during that conversation, we are in a bowl. So just imagine filling that bowl up for a sustained period of time with a substantial amount of water. There's really nothing you can do about it. But I don't know. It's been raining the last 5 or 6 days, and we haven't had even any issues even close to be worried about. But a rain like this morning, if it keeps on for several hours, that could pose an issue.
Well, the square is
not expected to, though.
Yeah, right. The square is not the only place that floods, but it gets more attention maybe than some of the others. But we do have at times some flooding issues here, and part of it I think is because we're in that bowl.
We're in that bowl, and a lot of the attention on the square obviously is because it's got more property per square foot, right? Yeah. And they're retailers, obviously, and so there's a lot of damage that could be done. So,
well, any other thing you're doing? Any changes or any news out of the police department?
Well, I just want to give you a little bit of update on our DARE program. We've talked about the reimplementation of that program after 17 years. So we have had several graduations. We've got one more school to do after the break. We'll do it early spring, and that will cover it for the year. But it's been an amazing process. These kids have really, I believe, from I've gone to all the graduations and have taken pictures and talked to the kids, and just listening to them talk and hearing you can just tell when kids get it, right? Because they talk about things and not just, oh yeah, it was good, blah, 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 but they talk about the details. They talk about the things that they learn, and they talk about it in a way that, that is exciting. So we're super happy with that.
What are some of those? I don't know much about this. I've heard you talk a little bit, but,
sure.
But there's quite a bit of instruction that they receive here, a lot of information to digest and learn, and so
there is. And so if you remember back in the day, DARE's tagline was just say no.
Right.
And so with the new DARE 2.0 is kind of what we're calling it. It's taking it one step further, because we may not have taught kids how to say no previously. So that's what this new program is about. It's resisting drugs and making sure that they understand what the dangers are, the consequences, and whatnot. But it's also giving them life skills so that they can avoid that situation and not even have to be involved in it. And so what does that mean? Well, you teach kids how to effectively communicate. You teach kids about setting goals for themselves. You teach kids about anger management. You teach kids about how to say no. So there's some resistance techniques. If you can imagine, especially in middle school. Right now, we're in the fifth grade teaching model. We want to eventually go into the middle schools. As you can imagine, in that age range, what's happening? They're trying to find themselves. They're trying to figure out who they are. And by doing so, they're going to navigate one way or the other to either this group of kids or that group of kids, whether they're athletes, whether they're, the smart kids, whether they're the drama kids, whether, band, whatever. And they're trying to figure out who they are. And so oftentimes in doing that, they get posed these situations and they're not prepared to answer. So one of the things that I often say is the worst thing for me to ever hear when I'm in a school somewhere is to hear a young person say, okay. Because when I hear that, it immediately registers that child did not think about what they just said or how they just answered. So we want to give them the tools so that when somebody says, hey, let's go do this, and that child knows that is not an acceptable thing to do or that's a dangerous thing to do, they can say no. But they can say no what's comfortable for them. Because, if you're one of these kids that wants to be a cool kid, it might be a little bit hard for you to tell a person no, because you don't want them to think, he's not cool or this, that, and the other.
Right,
but there's ways to do it. There's ways to get out of that situation without feeling that way. And so a lot of times we tell them you can redirect, you can blame somebody, you can offer another option, something that isn't as dangerous. So there's different things that they can do. And we teach them to practice it because like everything else, athletics and schoolwork and everything else, the more you practice, the more you study, the more you do it, the better and second nature it's going to be when the time comes. You won't have to think about it. And so
you feel that this technique, this approach is working better and you're seeing results from it?
Yes, because what happens is, especially, it started kind of with the millennials and now it's continuing on with the younger kids. They're very inquisitive. They want to know everything because they grew up in an infinite information world. Everything that they need to know is at their fingertips. They can go to their phone, they can go to their tablet, they can go to their computer, they can get any kind of answer anytime, 24 hours a day. And so by us providing the information to them and showing them, again, the outcomes and the consequences and other resources that they can look up, it really does. It fits perfectly into the current mindset. When probably you and I were growing up, we were very, I would say, servant type students. You go in, you knew you sat down, you listened, and then you took the test, and then that's just the way it was.
Yep.
There wasn't much outside those boundaries. Well, kids nowadays, when you say 2 + 2 = 4, you and I would have said, okay, it equals 4. Today they're saying, why? How do you know? And so teachers today have a tough time, and they do an amazing job, but it's because they're inquisitive. They want to know more than just the answer. They want to know why, how, what's to come, kind of thing. And so we put them in those scenarios, and they do scenarios in class so that they can kind of get a feel for what they may experience down the road, and it's really great. So at the end of the program, each child has an opportunity to write an essay about great, and the top 3 from each of the schools will then be submitted to the state to get possibly selected for the state winner. But you can tell in the essays that kids have really. It's one thing if you see a child writing a paper and they're basically just regurgitating things onto a piece of paper, right? But we see a lot of very interesting comments about what they've learned and how they perceive things, and not all of it's always right, or maybe they get the details wrong, but you can tell that they're at least plugged in and they're at least have paid attention to the pieces that were most important. And so, excuse me, seeing those essays and reading them are are a good way for us to be able to gauge that it's working. So,
All right. Well, thanks for explaining that this morning. We've got just over a minute here. You might one more time mention the other thing you were talking about. You need personnel to police department.
yeah, so certified, uncertified. Right now we have certified. So if you're an existing officer right now, there's a $4,000 sign-on bonus. You get immediate insurance from day one, so you don't have to wait a grace period like many places do. We have a take-home car program. Our benefits, as far as insurance, is, I think, by far better than any program in this area. We're on a 401k retirement plan like pretty much everybody else. And we've got the best work schedule, so much that everybody around us is going to it as well. So they're catching on to it as well. But we've been doing it for years. 615-444-2323. If you're non-certified, call us as well. We've got some positions coming up where we will send you to the academy and pay you during that time. And so got a lot of great things going on. We just need more people as this city grows and grows.
All right. Well, thanks for your visit today. I guess we'll see you in January.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Lieutenant P.J. Hardy, Information Officer for the Lebanon Police Department. That's part one of Coleman & Company. We hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:30. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. They have a deal designed to keep you ahead of schedule. Check out the world's #1 selling compact excavator plus 0% financing. Going on now until the end of the year. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, let's check back in with Chuck.
Good morning. Quite a bit going on out here this morning. Dense fog is going to definitely send you out early as it increases with that traffic on 24 up through Laverne, Smyrna, right now leaving Rutherford County, headed towards Nashville. Still struggling out here on 40 westbound at Spence Lane from some earlier accidents. Trying to get in from the airport there and through Hermitage Donaldson has been a challenge. 65 southbound, a crash near Trinity Lane also has it running slow. Hey, beautiful up in Gatlinburg this time of the year with all the Christmas lights. If you're up there this holiday season, check out Ripley's Aquarium in downtown Gatlinburg. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
And now, a moment of silence to remember our dear friend.
Sorry. Oh, man.
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. With a wide range of air conditioners, furnaces, and heat pumps, Rheem makes it easy to feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Financing available through TVA's Energy Right program and your local power company. Call Randy's Heat and Air 237-3604.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Insurance with a local agent? It's called service. Call me, State Farm agent Jeff Gannon in Lebanon or Mount Juliet today.
As the month of December continues, an old foe comes to town. The Titans take on the Jaguars this Sunday at Nissan Stadium. Titans Countdown, presented by Farm Bureau Health Plans, begins at 11. Then Mike Keith and Dave McGinnis bring you all the action with that kickoff set for noon.
Brought to you by Bakes and Hooker, Bates Ford, Steve Mall Plumbing, The Jewelers, and the City of Lebanon Gas in Tennessee. 811, call before you dig.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
Hey, this is Paul at Bates Ford. We got some great things going on for you. If you got a vehicle you want to sell, bring it to Bates Ford. We'll give you a cash offer on the spot. Also, come check out our great used inventory. And on the service side, we got the cheapest oil change in town, got the cheapest batteries in town, and we'll meet or beat anybody's price on tires. Come visit us at Bates Ford, 1673 West Main, or visit us on the web at www.tonybatesford.com. That's Bates Ford, the dealer will trade for anything that don't eat.
One more wet day to get through before we finally get a break from all this rain. Look for periods of showers today with a high of 64, falling to 57 tonight. A few more showers come Friday morning before rain finally moves out after lunch. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number one Ned.
And we continue here on a Thursday morning. It's time for us to welcome Helene Singer-Cash to talk about A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coleman.
Nice to have you with us as always. You are by yourself today.
I am.
So we're going to talk about an auction and probably some listings and just about A.G. & Johnson Realty and Auction.
Absolutely. Jay is on special assignment. He's doing the backstroke down the interstate.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got an auction this Saturday that I think you want to talk about.
Absolutely. This Saturday here in Lebanon at 817 Castle Heights Avenue, there is a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath ranch house, all brick ranch. One of the unique things about this ranch house here in town in Lebanon, it has an in-law suite.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of rare. They come along once in a while. So if you're looking for a home that you need an in-law suite, in-law suites can be for that teenager. It could be for that parent. It could be for that sister that just doesn't have any place else to go. Mm-hmm. This in-law suite is great. It has that extra space for that additional family member or friend. So it's, again, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath, brick ranch, single level living. It's a large in-town home. We love these. These ranch homes are hard to get. They're not being built. So we look for these a lot. A lot of people are always looking for ranch homes.
So when one of these becomes available, then there are a lot of people who pay attention. And
absolutely. Yeah. I know that when I look to build again, I want to build another single level home. We love them. Once you get it, you don't want to get out of it. So, but there's also personal property. This is an amazing personal property sale. There's musical instruments, antiques, and personal property. There's a violin, mandolin, guitars, keyboards, handbells, piano. This was a very musically inclined family, but there's also antique furniture. So if you at all love personal property, this is a sale to come to. This is a great personal property, the last personal property before the personal property sale. Whoo, I got it out. Last personal property sale before the end of the year, and it's right here in Lebanon.
All right, what actually starts at 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock, you know what? The auction.
Will the house sell first?
We're going to start the personal property at 10, and then we'll do the real estate at 11, and then whatever personal property still needs to be sold, it will sell after the home.
Right. Well, I guess you get an hour there to draw a crowd that's interested, especially in the house itself.
Yeah, sometimes we switch it up a little bit. It just depends what is happening, how much personal property. But the norm is we'll start with the tent, what's under the tent at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we can usually finish what's under the tent from 10 to 11, roll into the home, and then finish the furniture and any outlying items.
Well, this is a desirable location in town, right?
Highly desirable location right here on Castle Heights, 817 Castle Heights. So I encourage everyone to come out and take a look at it. It's such a convenient location to everything in town. Before I scoot into some other real estate, next Saturday, not in 2 days, but in the following week, in Mount Juliet, 11985 Central Pike. Just want to let everyone know about this. We are selling 29 acres in 5 acreage estate tracts on Central Pike and Mount Juliet. So if anyone's looking for estate tracts, they should go take a look out there. The land is open for inspection. So here, take this week, go out there and take a look at it. If you have any questions about it, you can go to the website at agandjohnson.com or give us a call at
615-444-0909.
But just wanted to make sure that if you weren't already aware of it, on Central Pike in Mount Juliet, it's 29 acres, 5 estate tracts. They range in acreage from 5 acres to 7 acres. They all are perked. The perk amount for the septic will be available on auction day, but these are great tracts. This doesn't come available that often either. So we love these. And one of the tracts, 1C, has a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home on it. So just prepping you for the following week on December 17th.
Right. Well, you've got 2 really desirable pieces of real estate to auction here.
We do.
Yes.
I mean, one of the things I'll say, because we've been in business since 1977, we have the ability to have some great pieces of land, great homes. And then we get on the other side, we get great investment pieces that either need some renovation, they need some help, they need some love, so that somebody wants to make a great investment piece and then invest their money in it, and then they can have a great flip piece. So there's a lot of opportunity on both sides.
And you are looking for listings, no doubt.
Always looking for listings. We have some wonderful agents that can help you no matter where you are in the transaction side, whether it's your first-time home buyer, if you're downsizing, if you're upsizing, if you're looking for investment pieces, commercial. We have agents that can help you that are great. We have agents that are well tenured in VA loans that can walk through that process, because there's a lot of nuances in VA that are great with that. So no matter where you are in the process, if you need a credit cleanup, we have agents that work well with different mortgage brokers that are great in credit cleanups. So there's different nuances that we can work with you on this, and we can help you get started in the process, and we welcome you to give us a call.
All right, and of course the website too, www.adrianjohnson.com, or just a phone call.
Just a phone call away, Coleman.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. We'll see you next Thursday.
Next Thursday. I think you're going to have some exciting guests come in.
Well, we'll get them in here right now and welcome our guests this morning. But Helene Cash, thank you for being with us. Adrian Johnson Realty and Auction, 728 West Main. Again, 615-444-0909.
Thank you,
All
Coleman.
right. We have the doo-wops going to be my guest this morning, a portion of them anyway. Lynn Winfrey joins us first, I guess, and we've got, looks like we've got about 3 others. Y'all drag up a chair right there if you need. Okay, you got one right there. We're fine. All right. Lynn, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I have to say you're the one that I talked with to get all of this set up, and you have a concert coming up shortly, actually on Sunday, December 18th.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Prissy Deffendahl is with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And how's it? You didn't drown coming in?
We did kind of part the water. Yeah.
All right.
Susie Stevens.
Susie Stevens. All right.
And I'm Michelle Robertson.
All right, Michelle. Well, we welcome all 4 of you to talk about your concert this morning. It's going to be at the Capitol Theater, 2 o'clock on Sunday, December 18th. Are there tickets still available?
There are, but not a lot.
Not a lot. All right.
So if people have been thinking about it, they need to go ahead and get them now.
Well, what's it cost? What's the cost of a ticket?
I think it's $19 for a senior.
And 22 for regular.
Okay.
Well, you've done this at least twice before. You got a special Christmas edition this time, right?
Bob Black, we did one in March, and Bob Black requested that we do a Christmas show. And I said, well, we know Christmas songs, but we've never sung them. So it's been hard trying to get 4 people to sing the same parts or different parts on our Christmas songs, but we've learned quite a few. So we're going to do a few doo-wops, but mostly Christmas.
This is something different, so I guess you had to do some different planning and arranging and so on.
Oh, yes. We've been practicing since
summer. all summer, all fall.
Twice a week, sometimes 3 times.
Now you are the 4 who do the singing. Is that?
No, Susie is.
I'm mostly the piano player.
Yeah.
Oh.
I sing a couple of songs, but I'm mostly the piano player.
All right.
We have Regina King, and she came with us, 2 years ago? And she works at West Elementary in Mount Juliet. So she couldn't be with us today.
Well, how long do you anticipate this going?
The group going?
No, the
concert.
The concert.
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
We've scheduled it 2 to 4, and there will be an intermission somewhere in the middle.
This is similar to what you've done before, isn't it? I went to your last one, and I know you had a break. And I'm not sure everybody wanted to leave when you quit. It was very enjoyable.
Thank you. We like to bring joy to our audience. That's one of our goals. And I think we're really glad that in this one, we get to glorify God a lot. And so we're proud of that. And I want to tell everybody there are going to be some really fun moments. They're used to that at our concerts, but you better bring your Kleenex.
Oh.
Because you're gonna need that for a couple of the numbers too.
Well, now, you said you play the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other instruments that accompany the group?
We have 2 guitarists and we have a drummer.
Mm-hmm. And so that gets the job done.
We think it does.
A piano, 2 guitars, and a drummer.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
What's the easiest way to get tickets?
Going online at the Capitol Theater, or you can go in person, and if you can find somebody in the box office, they'll sell you a ticket right there.
But most people buy them online?
Yes.
Okay. And you do have a few left, but not really a lot.
We have less than 80 tickets left.
Yeah. Okay.
And still 2 weeks before the show, so you should probably head on down.
Sunday, December 18th, 2 o'clock to Capitol Theater. But, you know the website?
It's CapitolTheaterTN.
Okay.
.com.
And that's probably the easiest way. But as you
Yes.
said, if you go by the Capitol and catch somebody there, they'll sell you one.
Absolutely.
You can also call the Capitol and leave your number and request them to call you back, and they will.
Okay. All right. With that, let's take our break here. Coleman and Company here on a rainy Thursday morning. We'll have more in a moment on FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup, they'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $49.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, safety check too. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still heavy, but it's moving 24 up through the Hickory Hollow area. Always a good idea to give yourself plenty of extra travel time, especially this time of the morning coming out of Rutherford County, trying to get up through Laverne and Smyrna. I can see that heavy traffic on 24 westbound right now coming through Antioch. They're moving that wreck on 440. It's eastbound just past Nolensville. Pike still crawling over here on 40 westbound. Up by the airport there at Spence Lane, heavy through Hermitage. You got all that traffic through Donaldson as well coming in from Wilson County. Princess Hot Chicken is catering this holiday season. Check them out online, princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Middle Tennessee's largest, longest running, and most affordable holiday tradition, the Dancing Lights of Christmas, is now open with new lights and new music so you can create some new Christmas memories. For 2.5 miles, your family will be captivated as you watch over 2 million lights dance perfectly in sync to rockin' Christmas tunes, all from inside the comfort of your own vehicle. Stop by Santa's Village for food and fun, pictures with Santa, even a helicopter ride above the lights. 5 p.m. nightly at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. More info at thedancinglightsofchristmas.com.
Discover the power of an independent insurance agent at THW Insurance Services. Because THW is 100% independent, you can rest assured that they are on your side, which means they'll do whatever it takes to find you the right coverage at the right price from the industry's leading insurers. Don't just get insurance, get a friend at THW Insurance Services, 321 West Main in Lebanon, or call 443-3849. That's 443-3849.
Hi, I'm Mayor Rick Bell.
And I'm Sarah Haston, your Economic Development Director for the City of Lebanon.
And we're asking each of you to shop Lebanon this Christmas season.
Are you ready for the hustle and bustle, Mayor?
Absolutely. 'Tis the season, and I'm ready to get everyone checked off my list by shopping Lebanon and shopping small.
Well, it's definitely important to support our Lebanon business community.
Indeed. Our Lebanon businesses are the backbone of our community, and they support us all year.
That's right. Let's show some local love at Christmas. We are asking everyone to commit to give back by shopping your local retailers here in Lebanon.
Have a Merry Christmas from all of us at the City of Lebanon.
And we continue here on a rainy Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us. And if you tuned in late, we have the doo-wops with us this morning. We have Michelle Robertson, Susie Stevens, Christy Deffendahl, and Lynn Winfrey, who are going to be in concert at the Capitol Theater on Sunday, December 18th, 2 p.m. A few tickets are left, less than 100, 80, I believe you said. Michelle, and but I want to do something else right now. I want you, MJ, to get ready to answer the phone. And one of the ladies here is an author, the piano player mostly, who sings a song or two. Susie Stevens, you have written a book, and it's called The Family Tree. And Finding Beauty in the Mess, it says here, a 52-week devotional journal. And you have given me this book to give away.
Yes, it's
here
an autographed
on
copy.
the air. So we'll just let the first person that calls asking for this book.
Yay.
We'll have it for them, and they can come and pick it up during regular office hours. So if you want this book, call right now. The Family Tree by Susie Stephens. What prompted you to do this book? We'll talk about that for a minute here.
That's actually a sequel to the first book that I wrote. My granddaddy told me one time when I was little that the best gift you could give your family was the family story. And so that resonated with me. And when I got older, I decided to write down a lot of family stories for my children. And after I wrote them and some of the people read them, they said, oh, gosh, you need to get this published. You need to do something with this. These are great. And they start with a scripture that's relevant. They go into the story. And then in this particular book, there is a journaling place afterwards where you write down your thoughts and you do that for a whole year.
Well, we have a winner already.
Yay.
Debbie Brown. Debbie, congratulations. You can pick up the book during office hours here. We'll have it out front for you.
Thank you.
So let's get back to your concert. A different type. You're going to be doing Christmas music. We talked a little bit about this, but tell us, Patricia, you can start here. What are some of the songs, and what can people expect here?
Well, they always want a doo-wop. So we're going to have a little segment of doo-wop. We got a lot of fun songs we're going to sing that everybody can sing along with, excuse me, that they've heard many years. And then we have some new ones that are going to be lovely. And then we've got some gospel Christmas. So that's going to be lovely too. So I think they'll just really enjoy. It's all about the joy of Christmas this year. So.
Well, your other two concerts at the Capitol were really big hits. In fact, if my memory is right, weren't they both sold out?
Well, yeah.
And maybe standing room only. And
three. We've had three concerts.
Three? Okay, three. I'm corrected there. All right. So, did you say Bob Black kind of talked you into doing this, the different type sort of music and so on?
Yes, he did. Right after the concert, he came and said, oh, I think we need a Christmas concert, and I want to see a lot of red. So we're going to try to accommodate that too. So
it's been hard.
Yes,
I bought my first red lipstick in my life the other day just for this show.
Can I borrow that, please?
Well, we haven't let Michelle say an awful lot this morning. And
That's
of course,
okay. I'm the new girl.
You
It's
are
okay.
one of the
And what a new girl.
one of the newer members. The original doo-wops. You had a change, and a couple of them are no longer part of it, and so you had to do some recruiting. You came along,
Yes.
understand, and I hope it's been a good move for you.
It's been great. I've been with them for about a year and a half, and it's just a lot of fun. I'm enjoying getting to perform, but more than that, we've got some great relationships here, and I really enjoyed getting to know the other ladies.
Well, how I noticed in your last concert, when I got to attend, you have different ones of you have leading parts maybe in a song.
Right.
Maybe you got a particular one that features you, Lynn. You got one where you do most of the singing or whatever. And how do you arrive at that? Do y'all sit down and say, well, I want this part or I want that? How's that come about?
Well, it all just sort of falls into place. Susie does a great job of arranging our music for us. And if we have songs that we're particularly interested in doing, then we just present it to the group. And if it works out that it fits our sound and we can work it up as with some great harmonies, then we'll put it in the show. But for the most part, we just kind of stick to the doo-wop genre and pick the fun songs that we know a crowd would enjoy, and then find our parts and make it happen.
Well, you did say some that you're going to be doing on Sunday, December 18th. You have the audience join you. I don't think you've done much of that before, have you?
Not normally.
But if you look out at the audience, they are singing.
It's true.
Whether we've said, hey, sing along with us or not, they are. I have a dear friend who lives down the street from me, and she has Alzheimer's. She can't remember anything, but she remembers every word to every song we sing, and she sits on the front row. And when I look out there and I see that back, it brings joy to me.
Well, you mentioned not only the piano player that is you, Debbie Stevens, or Susie Stevens. I'm sorry, Stu. And you sing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You have two guys, don't you, playing guitar?
We do.
You don't let them sing at all.
Martin sings a couple of songs every now and then.
And what does the drummer get to say?
The drummer says, "Do not ever let me sing."
Who is your drummer?
Randy Aspen.
All right. Have we mentioned everybody now?
Martin Bell and Sean Frick.
All right. Okay. Well, you four and those three will be the doo-wops on Sunday, December.
And Regina
18th.
And
King.
Regina.
She's not with us today.
Sorry.
She's
Okay.
an incredible
Yes,
singer,
she
by
is.
the way. You're going to love it.
Yes.
All right. Well, how long is this going to go on? I mean, you seem to have regrouped and sort of found a new niche and been greatly accepted. You seem to get along well, at least when you sit around the table.
We've been together, I think, 15 years before we had to make changes. And, it just, I guess until we can't do it any longer, and that would probably be me.
Well, you have said you love to sing.
Oh, yeah.
You have sung in a lot of different groups.
Yeah, since I
And
was
for-
about 3 or 4, I was in groups all my life.
For people who don't know, I mean, you were always singing with Fred Van Hook and whatever group he had and wherever he was, just about. You do love to sing.
I do.
Do you love to sing just
No, I'm just a Van Hook. So, no. Yeah. It's a blessing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Music
Yeah.
is just changes your whole outlook on life.
Okay, you want to add to that, Susie?
I wanted to be in a band when I was a teenager, and God kept telling me, no, no, no. So when I got in my 60s, he finally let me do it. And I'm having a ball.
Well, what about you, Michelle? You've already expressed yourself here. I mean, you love the group and love what you're doing, too.
I do. I've always loved performing and singing. I started singing when I was 11 on stage with my dad. We had a little family band. And so, getting to continue to do this, especially now my children are grown. It's a heavy sigh. And so just to have this in my life right now and get to sing with these ladies is just a gift. I just love it.
Well, again, we just want to emphasize, if you want a ticket, it would be wise on your part to go online, capitaltheater.com.
That's what I would do.
TN. Capital Theater,
Capital
TN.com.
Theater, TN. Okay. And it's, I forgot, what did you say the price of tickets
It's
are?
$22
$22.
for a regular ticket, $19 for seniors, and I think it's $11 for children. But I'm not positive about that.
11-year-old, $14.
Oh, 14, sorry.
Yeah.
11 years old,
Yes.
$14.
You're not directly involved in the marketing here.
No,
We're just
we're
going to
sticking
sing.
to our giftings. We're just going to entertain the crowd.
All right, there are some tickets left, but they are going fast. And the Capitol Theater, 2 p.m. on Sunday, December 18th, for the doo-wops and a special Christmas program. Now, here again, you've come up with different arrangements here because you are the doo-wops. You don't sound like anybody else, really.
We've taken Christmas songs and made them sound like doo-wops.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I guess all of you worked on that a little bit.
We did.
Yeah.
We're all a part of it.
And that's, from what they're saying, I think that's kind of down your line, Susie, too.
I do a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, if we left anything out,
I don't think
the
we
doors open at 1.
all right.
And if it's really cold, which I don't think it will be, if it's really cold, Bob will let them in the lobby, to wait until the doors, they can get their seats at 2. First come, first serve.
All right. No reserve seats.
No.
No reserve
You just buy your
seats.
ticket, and the earlier you are, the better your chance of getting
Right.
where you want to sit.
That's
right.
But the Capitol Theater has lovely seating.
They've really, and we can brag a little bit on Bob and his wife,
Pam.
Bob and Pam Black. They have really done a great job in preserving that building, and it is available for so many different community meetings and so on. And what, this will be your fourth time to be there?
Yes.
Fourth time for the doo-wops.
Well, we did a reunion there, so really
that's
it's
right.
fifth time.
Okay.
And we sang with Fred there.
Right. So we've been there 6 or 7 times.
Hey, we've been around.
We're there all the time.
They just live in the upper room of the Capitol.
All right. Susie Stevens, thanks for the book here. And I think I said Debbie Brown won it. I don't know whether I did or not. But
You
anyway,
did.
Debbie Brown wins the book, and she will pick it up later today or
Yay,
sometime.
Debbie.
And we appreciate all four of you being with us. Lynn Winfrey, Priscilla Deffendahl, Susie Stevens, and Michelle Roberts.
And Regina King.
Regina's not here, but she's one of them
Yes,
as well.
that's right.
2 guitar players and a drummer. That's the doo-wops. All right. Well, it's good to see y'all, and we hope y'all can continue to sing and pep people's spirits up. Kind of part of what it's all about.
That's
And
right.
you just love doing it. I know
We
you
do.
And thank you for allowing us.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we're
Absolutely.
glad to see you all. Glad to have you with us today. And for this rainy Thursday, we're going to sign off and ask you to join us tomorrow for Coleman and Company. And until then, I wish you a tremendous day.